The QUIK Bank Reconciliation program reconciles deposits and journal entries in addition to checks. It also allows you to post journal entries such as service charges from the bank statement. To process the QUIK Bank Reconciliation, navigate to Accounts Payable, Processing, and QUIK Bank Reconciliation. Then go ahead and select your company. If your sub-ledger uses multi-banking, select the CK list file to be used. If you are not using multi-banking or separate checks by subledger, the choice of company CK file will already be selected. Next, enter the statement date, which is the bank statement date that appears on your bank statement. The system will show you the last reconciled date, which should be the month-end prior. Decide if you would like the checks and deposits and statement entries table sorted by date or CK/reference number by clicking on the applicable column header. If you've used this program before, the screen will be populated with the outstanding checks, deposits, and general journal entries. If you've never used this program before, the first time you will be asked to identify the date of the last bank reconciliation. Since you have not reconciled the bank deposits and journal entries prior to using this method, the program needs to know what date to start bringing the deposits and journal entries into the reconciliation process. This is a one-time question since the program will know the last reconciliation date after the initial bank reconciliation. If the last reconciliation date is unknown, enter a date 90 days prior to ensure you get the entries that are on the bank statement. Use the Options button to set your choices concerning which items will be considered in the outstanding checks and deposits and statement entry sections. You can choose to include all department/divisions and sub-accounts of the bank GL account. This field is useful for those users who have segmented their bank GL account into multiple sub-accounts or departments and divisions. Have payroll and payroll direct deposit entries shown. Selecting this option will merge in all your payroll checks and direct deposit entries under Deposits and Statement Entries found on the right-hand side of the screen. Your payroll checks will also appear under the Outstanding Checks section found on the left-hand side. Direct deposit entries will only show up on the Deposits and Statement Entries section. Note that selecting this field is not recommended. Have hotel night audit entries displayed in the Deposits and Statement Entries section. Have AP deposit/electronic payments displayed in the Deposits and Statement Entry section. And have purchase journal postings displayed in the Deposits and Statement Entry section. Selections will be remembered for the next time you use this program. Click OK to continue. You may also enter a memo relating to this reconciliation by clicking that memo button. If a memo is present, the program will indicate its presence with an indicator on the button. The memo will be printed at the bottom of the bank reconciliation report/audit trail. Enter the bank statement balance. And the program will display the balance required to reconcile. As items are reconciled, the system will update the balance needed to reconcile. This area will also display the GL balance as of the statement date entered, the value of outstanding checks, and the value of outstanding deposits. You can use the Find button at the bottom of the screen to search for text in the check listing. And now you can reconcile transactions by flagging them. The screen is split into two main areas which detail the unreconciled items: outstanding checks on the left, and deposit and statement entries on the right. A Y will appear next to flagged items, and there are multiple ways of flagging items as reconciled. You can double-click on an individual item. You can hold the Shift key to select multiple items, and click Enter. Select the Check All or Uncheck All button, or select items throughout the list by holding down the Control key and clicking Enter. For checks, you can also enter the check number in the field at the bottom of the screen and click Enter. As you flip through the stack of returned checks, this program will flag them as being reconciled as you enter the check numbers and click Enter. When all items showing on your bank statement have been flagged, the balance to reconcile amount will be 0. The balance to reconcile amount must be 0 to process the bank reconciliation. After you are finished flagging transactions, you may still have an outstanding balance to be reconciled. These could be bank/service charges or interest earned entries posted directly by the bank and have yet to be posted to the GL. You can use the Statement Entries button to post statement charges to GL accounts directly. Enter the date of entry, a reference and description, as well as the amount, GL, and department for the posting. The offset will be the bank account that you are reconciling. Upon clicking OK, the program will automatically post the offsetting entry to the bank GL and transfer the reconciling items to the deposit and statement entry section. They will be marked with a Y and an asterisk to identify them as being entered via the bank reconciliation process. Now you can click the OK button, and the program will print out the bank reconciliation after prompting you to select the printer for printing the report/audit trail. If you are unable to complete the bank reconciliation, you can save the work done so far by clicking the Hold button. If you press Exit, the program will allow you to hold to save your work and complete it later, OK to complete the process, or Exit to leave without saving.